The potential for peace between Palestinians and Israelis at this current state looks gloomy, looks dark. We are in a spot in history in the relationship between the Israelis and the Palestinians, but also it's a state of not only conflict, but a change of values, a change of norms, and how two people look for their future. So I assume here the future of peace between the Palestinians and Israel is not going to move forward without the international will. And here I quote, the international will, which include the United States, European Union, which are our neighbors here, the one who are mostly influenced and if affected gravely by what is happening there, politically, economically, socially, and at grassroots levels, but also at the political level, need their will, need to overcome the national whim of the radical Israeli government, the radicals in Israel, and also the radical in Palestinian side. So here is the future without looking at the macro picture is not going to be something tangible in the short term and or the long term without huge intervention by the honest broker such as the EU, if the EU has the will to do so. Without the grassroots movements, I think there is no peace. And even if you look at the Egyptian and Israeli Camp David Accord, look at the Jordanian Araba Accord, if there is no grassroots movement that connect the two people, any agreement in either in the Middle East or even in South America or in Asia or Africa doesn't work, because we needed a grassroots movement. The relevance is really high because politicians die and go, but people are the people who stays. And here I'm a little bit worried because the grassroots movement in Israel, and especially after what the ICG called a plausible genocide nowadays in Gaza, this is the grassroots becoming even more important, because in both sides, the ones that really looking for peace and are advocating for peace are being attacked. The EU at EU level, but also international, need to support these kind of movements, these kind of groups of people that seek peace, but seek end of injustice and in the region. And here I do believe that the grassroots movement are the only solution to move forward nowadays, because we have in Israel a fascist government, but also on the Palestinian side you don't have the Palestinian Authority is becoming irrelevant and have no trust in by the Palestinians. So we do need these grassroots movements. The conflict in the Middle East, the Israel attacks on Gaza Strip, will definitely affect democratization process from two things. One is there is no trust between the people, the citizens in these societies, these countries, and their governments, because the lack of action. And second, because the European Union and the West have used this, what is going there, to leverage and to keep or securitize the conflict by funding these governments. And that means that what the values and the principles of the EU that have advocated for a long time have been undermined at this time.